Thank you, sir. Chair recognizes Mr. Moskowitz.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I'll be quick, Mr. Secretary. First, let me thank the chairman, Chairman McCaul, for his bipartisan work on this committee. This has been one of those bright spots of this Congress. I want to thank you, Mr. Secretary, for your sacrifice and your service to the country. These jobs are unforgiving and have deep impacts on everybody's individual families. And so I want to thank you for your service. I want to thank the Gold Star family for being here. And like I have before, apologize to them for what happened to their loved ones in Afghanistan. I'm not going to go into all the stuff that's been said by 30 people, but I do want to say this, Mr. Chairman. You know, the official Twitter account of this committee put out a tweet at 11:27. And it says, at this committee's final hearing this Congress, we brought in Secretary Blinken to testify on the disastrous Biden-Harris withdrawal from Afghanistan after months of stonewalling. Sadly, many of the Democratic seats are empty at this important hearing. I don't know what intern put this out, but it is misinformation, and it is literally a lie. First of all, if you look at the picture, half the seats on that side of the aisle are empty, and I'm not blaming them. That's how these committees work. We all know this. People come in and out of these hearing rooms. But let me give you the numbers. 20 of the 23 Democrats on this committee were here today. 23 of the 28 Republicans were here today. Of the ones that were here, 17 Democrats asked questions, 17 Republicans asked questions. So the official account of this committee is making it appear that we don't care about what happened in Afghanistan. It is not true. And that tweet should come down. Because while our enemies are trying to divide us abroad in social media, we're just giving them a gift by saying, hey, half the party, half the country doesn't care. There were major mistakes made in Afghanistan. I've said that in previous hearings. So I appreciate everyone going on their soapbox about morality and truth and facts and trying to hold the secretary to that high standard. But then we got to do it ourselves in this committee. Mr. Secretary, a lot of things were said. I know you have to leave. I just wanted to give you the balance of my time to close about your legacy.
Thank you. Look, I have to leave it to others to make those judgments. But from my perspective, we have worked from day one to re-engage, re-energize, and even reimagine our alliances and partnerships around the world. We've done just that. And as a result, we are in a much stronger position than we were to deal with a multiplicity of challenges, more complicated than at any time in the 32 years that I've been engaged in this work. We demonstrated that with the work of bringing more than 50 countries together in support of Ukraine as it dealt with the Russian aggression. We've demonstrated that in building extraordinary convergence that we've never seen before in terms of purpose and action when it comes to dealing with the challenges posed by China among European allies and partners and among partners and allies in the Indo-Pacific and beyond. We've seen that in bringing countries together to tackle everything from COVID to fentanyl to food security. Across the board, that's a result of our engagement, of our diplomacy, of bringing countries together in common purpose and in ways that advance the national interest. That's how I've seen it. Others are free to make their own judgments about it. But I think in doing that, one of the sources of our strength and success is the ability to work closely with Congress. We're stronger at home because we've made remarkable investments in things like infrastructure, the CHIPS and Science Act, the IRA. That goes directly to our strength abroad. Other countries see that. They see that we've reinvested in our own competitiveness. They want to work with us. They want to engage with us. They want to partner with us. And because we've been so attentive to our alliances and partnerships, we now have countries that before were looking to do things on their own without us that are now united with us in common purpose. That doesn't just happen. It happens because we have extraordinary men and women at the State Department, among other places, who are out there every single day building those alliances, building those partnerships, and then using them when we need to deal with challenges like Russia and Ukraine, like China, like so many of the other challenges we face around the world. Thank you.
Thank you. I yield the balance of my time back, Mr. Chairman.